PC ID is saved. And then he shows multiple screenshots of Danny's PC ID matching on the transit maps and the water parks map. He also alludes to there being a lot more evidence to prove him wrong, but like at the minute, this is a lot to work with, and it really can prove that Danny's statement is wrong. Now, Danny caught wind of this, realized that this is a really, really bad look for him. He could be called out as basically a liar now with proof, and he used this very bizarre defense, basically saying that he published it himself to help Green Run, even changing his name on Steam to Green Run. And on top of that as well, basically claimed that like everyone knew that he did this, like it was a big public event or something. Thanks. But as I said in my comment, I published and compiled the map as people are worried about their names coming to light. Use your brain and think who else is probably involved. You're a smart guy. Now again, him wanting to disprove allegations of him lying and basically being a fraud, that's totally fine. And, you know, you can have a bit of like anger towards the accusations, definitely. But the way he's dealing with it here is like he's just being so like condescending and sarcastic. Like, I'm reading this as an outsider, and I'm finding it hard to side with this guy, even if he actually is completely innocent. Either way, because of this type of behavior, as I do not give a shit if people find out if I was part of it or not. I even changed my name on Steam to Green Run Productions at one point, which everyone knows too. Again, like, what people? Did you do like a big announcement? Like, hey guys, I'm coming out. No, I'm not gay. I'm just changing my name on Steam. Just so you know that, guys. Just so you know that. This is boring. I see what you're trying to achieve and your excessive hate towards me since Water Park, but it really doesn't affect me. Thanks for spending your precious time on trying to get at me though, Anthony, but you're a switched-on person. You can do much better than wasting time on me. I'll end this here. On my behalf, I've needed to say what I've said. So if you read between the lines, he's like admitting it, but then at the same time, he's like gaslighting Anthony into basically thinking that he's like obsessed stalker, and it's like, he's so much smarter. He could be doing bigger things. You know, like the intro to one of those Fate Pro games where you can like either like cure like cancer or solve world hunger. He should be doing that right now, guys. He's basically trying to chalk up someone that is very well respected in the cosmotic scene with like that basically hasn't let anything go since the water park situation. I like how I said the water park situation because my brain is just so mind rotten from all this drama. It's almost been talking about someone that pissed in a pool or something. Guys, the water park situation is insane. So in a now deleted tweet series where Anthony basically does a huge comparison to the transit map and the water park map. And as Illyrian points out in his video, you can actually see that both the map scripts are very similar coding-wise, including zones in the coding of the map referred to as the, this isn't a bit, it's called the Danny zone.
Well, I even went and looked at it myself, and while I was looking at the dark deeper transit code, there were literally zones in the map that were literally named Danny.
And there's also similar functions that exist in both maps. Again, like this is pretty normal for a lot of people that make maps or do mods where they kind of like reuse things. So obviously that's a problem when you're basically saying that you have nothing to do with Green Run Productions, and then you go into the map files and some of the zones are called Danny Zone. And your name is Danny _0. So yeah, again, like he's been trying to say that Green Run Productions isn't him because Green Run is basically scamming fans, and this is basically 100% confirmation that yeah, this is Danny. It is the same person, and he's been like lying to everyone. So after this, it seems that Danny kind of realized, okay, I'm done. I can't worm my way out of this, and proceeded to basically shut down all of his personal socials. This is why, again, credit to all these sources I used in this video, because obviously a lot of his stuff was wiped off the internet when he mass deleted everything. Now, surprisingly, to this day, like as of recording, he's still run off the internet. But if you go to his Patreon, as Illyrian points out in his video, his Patreon still has like 236 paid members, and even if they're paying like the lowest tier possible, they're still paying, like he's still getting around like $400 every month. Now checking again, it has dropped, but there's still like around 117 paid members, and the Patreon has still not been shut down, which obviously Danny realized, I guess some passive income, because imagine how many subscription services that you probably use that you just completely forgot about. Please, by the way, after this video, not now, check like everything that you're subscribed to, because chances are 9 times out of 10 you are definitely part of a subscription service that is just leeching money off you every single month, and it's something that you probably don't even use anymore. I mean, as well, if you go onto the Patreon page right now, it links to a video that just flat out doesn't exist because the uploader has decided to close their account. So like this Patreon shouldn't even be open because people are having their money leaked off every month. I mean, this could be like a big game theory, like 4D chess thing here. This might even be Danny paying to his own Patreon to make it look like there's still members. There is still some people out there that support him? Probably not, though. Also, on top of that as well, there was a personal Patreon that Danny had, that Illyrion linked in this video. That is also just completely been nuked. Now, keep in mind, at the time of recording, these water parks maps have been just completely taken down, along with the transit maps being re-uploaded. And there's also another map that Danny made as well called, like, Alien Invasion. But Danny's original uploads of the maps from his end seem to be completely gone from Steam. So in a really bizarre turn of events, it's not just transit that was re-uploaded from him. It was basically everything that he did, because people were that pissed off. They didn't want him to kind of, like, you know, vanish away from the internet. So they've almost taken the maps that he made to immortalize how he scams people. So after Illyrion posted his video, pretty much every other Call of Duty YouTuber in the scene started to talk about it. One that was most notable was FPS Psycho, and he basically dropped his own video talking about his own involvement. In his video, he states how he tweeted about the transit re-uploads, because a lot of people discovered his username along with the Dalek. Basically, FPS Psycho was really annoyed because people were re-uploading Danny's content, but more importantly, using FPS Psycho's name in the file, basically making it out that they were like besties or something. And he basically came out to apologize and say, you know what, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt too much. He was definitely scanning people. I'm really, really sorry for even defending him in the first place.
Unfortunately, I wasn't aware of how, I suppose, manipulative and conniving this Danny person actually is. So you see where I say Danny seemingly had a rough last few months, blah, blah, blah. You know, there's no excuse to be ripping people's work just because someone isn't being vocal. At least I thought. But in reality, I'm a bit of a fool, and I want to apologize because, yeah, if I had known the context more, I would never have added that second part. I would have specifically just gone off the concept of piracy and why I disagree with it. I think the work or whatever.
And FPS also believes that his initial response was actually one of the catalysts for Danny to basically have a complete meltdown on Twitter, you know, talking about how people aren't getting to him and stuff. Frown emoji. And I don't even think he's trying to get clout here. It's like, if you match up the timelines, especially with Illyrion's video, that does match up. Now, the big question now is, where is Danny? Usually when you get like content creators or modders or just anyone in the online space that gets ran off the platform because they can't deal with, like, you know, criticism or drama or controversy, a lot of people will obsessively try to find out where these people are. But with Danny, nothing. I mean, at the minute, he might be taking like another Ryanair jet to Spain or something. Or he might be buying himself another very fancy watch. And again, like, if you're running something like a Patreon, which is basically like a glorified handout in return for, like, you know, usually Discord roles, that is crazy to be flexing your wealth like that, especially while scamming people. So overall, people have no idea where he is. He's basically gone incognito, he's gone offline. Honestly, from how I've seen a lot of people function online, he will come back, but it'll probably be under another alias. I mean, he's done that already. The Green Run Productions, you know, denying, saying it wasn't hit $500 tier, by the way, plus 20% tax. I know I've been saying that like 7 times across the video, but I cannot believe that there's like a tier that is, you know, like £500, basically just to have like your own big chungus Easter egg within the game. But personally, I think he is going to rebrand and probably come back as like an anonymous account or something, you know, slowly try to make money from there. I mean, that's what happens with a lot of people on like YouTube and on Twitter and, you know, Tumblr. Like, a lot of people do tend to, when they get into drama, they dip and then they realize, wait, I built my entire life around being online. It's over for me. I can't have a life now. And then they'll just rebrand and come back to something else, especially if there's money to be made there as well. It just sucks to see that such a small community was basically taken advantage of by one guy. Because again, like the Patreon tiers and stuff he had, the constant, you know, refusal to accept any responsibility, basically chalking it up to, you mad bro. I'm not mad bro. You mad bro. It's just trash. And then obviously when push came to shove, when a lot of people started doing videos on him, it just wiped everything and then ran away. But eventually that money is going to run out. I'm not sure whether that was his full-time job or not. It was probably a part-time thing. But if he wants to come back online, he'll definitely have to address all of that. And honestly, you know, as toxic as the internet can be, I genuinely think if he owned up to it, did a bunch of goodwill, he could get that back. I mean, you know, look at other examples like No Man